Hello, this is Mrs. Mack, a third grade teacher at Lafayette Upper Elementary School. Today we are going to learn how to add perimeter on rectangles and squares, and then when we are giving a shape with the perimeter, we are going to find the length of the missing side. So let's take a look at the first one. I see that my length is 20 centimeters and my height is 12 centimeters. I know that my lengths are parallel, which means if this length is 20 centimeters, this length is 20 centimeters. This also means that if this height is 12 centimeters, this height is 12 centimeters. To find the perimeter, I'm going to add up all four sides. So I'm going to add up 20 plus 20 plus 12 plus 12. And if I add up 20 plus 20 plus 12 plus 12, I would get a perimeter of 64 centimeters. Let's take a look at this square. In a square, all of the sides are parallel, which means if the length is 6 inches, the length is 6 inches. And this also means that the heights are 6 inches. And to find the perimeter, I am simply going to add all four sides together. So I would have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. And if I added 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 together, I would get a perimeter of 24 inches. Now we're going to take a look at this rectangle. This length on the bottom is 15 inches. If the length is 15 inches on the bottom, the length is 15 inches on the top. If my height is 5 inches on the right, then my height is 5 inches on the left. Remember, the top and bottom are parallel and the height are parallel. To find the perimeter, I'm going to add 15 plus 15 plus 5 plus 5, and that would get me a total perimeter of 40 inches. This is a square. In a square, all sides are parallel. That means if the length is 3 meters, the bottom length is 3 meters. This also means that the height of both sides are also 3 meters. To find the perimeter, I am simply going to add all my sides up. So I'd have 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3, and that would get me a perimeter of 12 meters. Now we're going to look at a polygon and find out the length of the missing side when I know the perimeter. If I read my problem, it says if the total perimeter is 20 meters, what is the length of the missing side? So I know that the perimeter is 20 meters, and I see down here at the bottom, I have a missing side. I am going to use repeated subtraction to find the length of the missing side. I'm going to start with my perimeter of 20, and I'm going to subtract 2, and I'm going to cross it off. If I take 20 minus 2, I would get 18. Then I'm going to subtract 5 and get 13. Then I'm going to subtract another 5 and I'm going to get 8. So the length of my missing side is going to be 8 meters. This is a pentagon. And when I have a pentagon, there are 5 sides, and this problem says that my perimeter is 140 centimeters. I'm going to use repeated subtraction to find the length of my missing side. So I have 140 minus 15, which is the length of a side. And when I subtract, I find that it is 125. Then I'm going to subtract another 15, and I'm going to get 110. And then I'm going to subtract 40, which would get me 70. And then I'm going to subtract 40 again, which will get me the length of my missing side as 30 centimeters.